I've been thinking about how Insomniac will handle giving the player the symbiote powers only to take them away once Peter loses the suit to Harry or whoever becomes Venom. From a story and thematic perspective, Peter losing the suit always works, but from a gameplay standpoint, it's much more difficult to pull off. In a linear story game, getting a temporary power boost can be a thrill, a memorable sequence that leaves you on a high. For example, Sam Fisher going berserk in Splinter Cell Conviction when he had unlimited executions and went on a complete rampage. There have been instances where it's been done well in open world games too, such as Cole McGrath powering up from the storm near the end of Infamous 2. But in Spider-Man 2, we're presumably going to get the black suit quite early in the story, and we're going to spend some time with it. We'll grow accustomed to it and invest in it. It's not just a random suit power or short thrilling sequence near the end of the game. It has its own combat abilities and weaknesses, and it's very clearly a core part of the experience. And at some point, it's got to be taken away. Now, I think this is a great opportunity for Insomniac to tell some of the story through the gameplay. You, as the player, will feel the loss of the symbiote, the loss of power, all those skills, abilities, and powers that you've spent time unlocking and using. And it will suck having that ripped away from you, but on a thematic level, you as the player will go through exactly what Peter is going through. The voice actor for Peter, Yuri Lowenthal, has talked about themes of addiction in the storyline, and I think that's going to be conveyed in a unique way through the gameplay itself. Once you lose the symbiote, you know deep down that wanting it back is wrong. You know it's not good for Peter, but you as the player will connect to the temptation and that feeling of losing power. It's very likely that Insomniac will grant us the symbiote powers again once the story is finished, just so that we can have fun with them. But during the story itself, taking them away is a great way to put the player in Peter's shoes. Now, just before we move on to the next part of the video, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really helps out the channel. And I also just wanted to bring a recent development to your attention. So unfortunately, I've been demonetized by YouTube pending ID verification. I'm in the process of renewing my driver's license, but it's taken a long time due to a health condition, and they need to hash out some information with my doctor, blah blah. I won't bore you with the details. I'll keep making videos because I enjoy it, but I am also a full-time dad, and I opted to spend more time with my kids while trying to bring in some money doing what I love, which is this. So if you're in a position to offer any support, it would mean the world to me if you bought me a coffee through Ko-Fi, or if you'd like the benefits that Patreon offers, I also have that set up as well. I totally understand that the world is pretty messed up right now, so please don't feel any kind of obligation. Only consider helping out the channel if you're in a comfortable financial position. And know that if you can't, I still really appreciate you being here just watching the videos and leaving your thoughts in the comments. I do love hearing your guys' theories and thoughts, so keep that coming. Now for this next part, I do need to discuss some of the recent potential leaks. I'm not going to go into details or specifics, but if you want to go in completely blind, this is probably where you should stop watching. Still here? Okay. Now, everything I've just talked about are opinions and thoughts that I had before some of the recent leaks. And I pretty much have no self-control when it comes to leaks, by the way, so I'll never spoil it for you, but I generally do spoil it for myself. So I want to talk about why what I've just said previously might not actually apply. Like I said, I won't go into specifics, but it may be the case that we don't actually lose the symbiote powers even though Venom shows up in the story. I won't explain how or why, but that's looking like a strong possibility at this point, and I have mixed feelings on it. On the one hand, it's obviously going to be fun using these new powers and getting to play with them throughout the whole game. I completely understand why Insomniac, from a gameplay perspective, would like us to keep those abilities and powers, because they've spent so much time animating them and coding them and all that kind of stuff. But narratively, I think the story could suffer. Peter's arc of overcoming the symbiote and that temptation I talked about is undone if you can simply keep using those powers without consequence, or aren't forced to lose them in order to do the right thing. That's part and parcel of the symbiote story. We'll have to see how it all plays out in the game. I do have faith in Insomniac, so either way, I still think it's going to be great. Often leaks don't sound good on paper, but execution is everything. So that's it from me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Have a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one.